Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the beautiful Fairmont Royal Pavilion on Barbados' Platinum Coast, the West Coast. I'm Bell Holder. I'll be your master of ceremonies for the evening. Let me take this opportunity to say a special welcome to the Minister of Tourism and International Transport, the Right Honorable Richard Seeley. Good evening and welcome to Senator Irene Sandiford Garner, the Permanent Secretary, Donna Cadogan, Deputy Permanent Secretary Cecilia Pollard-Jones, Chairman of the Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc., the BTMI, Mr. Alvin Gemon. Good evening and welcome to the CEO of the Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc., the BTMI, Mr. William Billy Griffith. Good evening and welcome to the Director of the Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc., UK, Cheryl Carter. To the Director of the Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc., USA, Petra Roach. Welcome to the Director of the Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc. Canada, Peter Mears. The Director of the Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc. Europe, Anita Nightingale. Good evening and welcome to the CEO of the Barbados Tourism Product Authority, Dr. Kerry Hall. To the Chairman of the Barbados Hotel and Tourism Association, Roseanne Myers. And the CEO of the Barbados Hotel and Tourism Association, Sue Springer. Ladies and gentlemen and members of the media, good evening to you. Welcome to the inaugural Barbados Tourism Media Awards, a part of the SOTIC calendar for 2016, and a special tribute to our nation as we prepare to celebrate 50 years of independence. From then till now, 50 years of independence, that deserves an acknowledgement. From then till now, Barbados has reaped great gains as a nation through developing a diverse and sustainable tourism industry. Many stalwarts through the years have helped to shape our tourism. Tonight, we recognize those exemplars whose vivid accounts of their experiences have influenced hundreds and perhaps thousands to choose to visit beautiful Barbados. Those wonderful storytellers are our international media partners. Let's acknowledge them, please, with a warm round of applause. To commence this evening's proceedings with the official welcome address, please help me in welcoming Barbados' longest-serving Minister of Tourism and International Transport, the Honorable Richard Seeley.
Thank you, Bell, and good evening to Senator Irene Sandiford Garner, the Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism and International Transport, PS Donna Cadogan, Mr. Alvin Gemon, the Chairman of Barbados Tourism Marketing, Mr. Billy Griffith, the Chief Executive Officer of BTMI. Of course, we have the Secretary General of the Caribbean Tourism Organization, Mr. Hugh Riley, with us, and all of the tourism players, delegates to the SOTIC Conference 2016, of course, special members of the media, including the awardees tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, I have to extend a special welcome to those who have journeyed from abroad to be here with us, the members of the media. And it's a pleasure for me to be here with you tonight, and a very genuine pleasure, which I will explain a little later. Tonight is really the night for us, for the media, for us to acknowledge them. As you would have heard from Bell, I mean, this is our 50th year of nationhood. And of course, at Barbados Tourism, we thought we should do something a little different to acknowledge those who have been telling the story of Barbados. So tonight, we want to acknowledge that contribution. We, of course, have signaled out and recognized and acknowledged the work of members of the media in the past, but this is the first time that we're really having an event of this type of media awards. And I think it's something that I welcome. For some time, I have believed actually that we could do something like this, notwithstanding CTO and other organizations that do have these types of awards. A Barbados occasion where we can acknowledge those who have done stories specific to our particular setting. And also on a personal note, you know, I have been in this job long enough to have interacted with several members of the travel media. And it is always a very enjoyable experience. Of course, coming from a background of political life and frontline politics, media people are not always the people at the top of your list that you want to embrace necessarily. But travel media people are completely different. And I'm not saying there aren't nice people in the mainstream media too, because they are. But obviously, the travel media almost want to say something good about a destination. They want to talk about the experience they're having. I know we talk about adventure and experience tourism as if it is new, but this stuff is as old as the hills. The concept of wanderlust that was written about in Gulliver's Travels and so on. We know that people have always wanted to experience or an adventure in a strange land and get enjoyment from it. And I find the media, the travel media people, in many ways personify that by wanting to tell their story. And of course, what is happening, and not to bore you too much, but the whole concept of media has totally changed. It's been completely democratized now. So whereas a media was someone with a pad and a pen and a large camera around their neck and so on. Everybody's part of a media now. You could have a little cell phone. That could be a wire service. You could be a videographer. You could be a photographer. You could be blogging, vlogging, all kinds of things now. The good Lord only knows what they will come up with next. But it has been completely democratized now. So where the concept, the definition of media has changed. But what has not changed is precisely what I spoke about earlier. The concept of wanderlust and wanting to tell a good story. And that's not to say that all of the stories are perfect. And for that matter, I personally welcome critical stories once it is criticisms in the right spirit. In essence, sometimes someone's experiences, when they share them, you can glean enough from it that you can indeed make the various modifications that are necessary. And so it is in that spirit that I, of course, want to welcome all of you here today. The word of mouth works well for destinations like Barbados, but word of mouth alone could never have done it. We have been in the tourism industry for just over 50 years, and indeed Barbados has done quite well. And we have come to this point now where we are in the middle of a record year in terms of long stay arrivals, expecting 600,000 for the first time, over 600,000, which of course would have beaten last year's record of 592,000. And if the airlift projections and the room stock projections and the good stories from people in this room continue, 2017 will probably break the 2016's record. And then, of course, in 2018, we should be in good shape for any events that might be planned. So what I'm saying is that this is really your night, members of the media, and I want to congratulate all of you. And I mean that because you've all, I think, done well. It's always a pleasure to be around the travel and tourism media. And indeed, I cannot reflect in the last 8.5 years of not one uncomfortable experience I've had. Not one. I mean, not even with Tony Fraser, who tends to bowl a little short sometimes. But, you know, he means well, and that is just his style. And at the end of it all, he still will say something positive, and that is what it is all about. So, once again, it's my delight to be here, and I want to, of course, encourage you to enjoy it all. Congratulations again to those who are receiving awards, and please enjoy the rest of your stay in Barbados, those who are visiting. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister Sealy. I love the minister's acknowledgement of the various technologies that we've all been employing in our jobs to get the story done and get it out there and to share, because that's what we like to do. We share and we like. So that's an interesting aspect of how the media has changed. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very interesting evening planned for you. And before we get into honoring those finalists for the first ever Barbados Tourism Media Awards, we want you to enjoy a wonderful dinner. So please follow the instructions of the eager wait staff to indicate when your table is up to be served, and enjoy your meal. And after that, we will start the evening's proceedings in terms of the awards. Enjoy.
The gem that is Barbados, an iconic destination where legacies are born, champions are crafted, and memories are molded that last beyond a lifetime. This is a sanctuary that transcends its sand, sea, and sun. It's now about the experience with our people, a true cultural immersion.
We are so happy to see the response of both the Barbadian people and our visitors to this event. We have done different activities and experiences for our guests, which will be able to facilitate community and cultural immersion with the Barbadian people and the Barbadian society.
Brian, how are you enjoying the walk thus far?
Very good, and it's seeing parts of Hope Town that you wouldn't normally ever see. You normally just go down the main Heights Road in the car, see nothing. This way you see it and learn a lot about it, and it's really interesting.
Genealogy tourism encourages people to take a more humanistic approach to issues of belonging, and the interest in tracing one's roots is growing at a rapid pace.
Put the volume to all. Tell them play a soca song to remind me when I was small. It's a blessing to be Bajan. Look how Jah smile on the island.
I'm here with a lovely couple from Canada, and they are happy to be here. And I want you to tell me at least one thing that you love about Barbados.
The weather.
The people.
Yeah, with many a talented human. So nice, big things are nice. Oh, 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 my this part is so nice. This party nice. Oh.
It's been such an amazing, eye-opening experience. I wasn't quite sure what to expect as we plunged into the depths of residential Barbados.
I just think the whole experience from tonight, but then over the last 3 or 4 days and what we've got up to come over the next 2 days as well, is something that I'm never really going to forget.
But it's been amazing. Everyone's been so welcoming. The food has been unbelievable.
Our history, our culture, our people. Indulge in authentic Barbados.
And I also would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the executive chef, Mr. Kirk Curtin, and executive sous chef, Kirk Ruck. They call them Kirk Squared. And of course, all the wonderful wait staff here at the hotel. Well, let's get on then with the evening's proceedings. The power of influence which the media wields cannot be denied, particularly in this age of Google. Stories on a country's tourism experiences can be the deciding factor for any would-be traveler. Tonight, we recognize those consumers and trade writers, radio and television broadcasters, photographers, and professional bloggers who have captured the true essence of Destination Barbados in words, pictures, video, and sound. First up, ladies and gentlemen, is a fun award for an Italian visitor who wowed the BTMI's digital marketing and social media team with his vacation video entitled Barbados GoPro HD Caribbean Life. Watch as Emmanuel Bartolini takes his friends and family by storm with just a GoPro during his short visit to Barbados. Take a look.
Sweet girl, just wine for me. Bubble up your waist, girl, just grind on me. I love how you're taking your time with me. Smooth like you wanna have my babies, yeah. Girl, just wine for me. Bubble up your waist, girl, just grind on me. I love how you're taking your time with me. Ooh, like you wanna have my babies, yeah, yeah. We packing up now, so move along. This is last chance. We packing up now, so move along. This is last chance. Alright, no. The line don't tell me that done. The jamming, don't tell me that done. The drinking, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that done. The walking, don't tell me that done. The fretting, don't tell me that. How she whining, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that done. Well, I end the dancer up on a bumper. Hold on to me, girl. Busy structure. Hands in the air, I come to break, break. You can't tell me that I have to go home, no, no. You can't tell me to come up on the road, no, no. You can't tell me you can't jam on a bumper. You can't tell me, no. The line don't tell me that done. The jamming don't tell me that done. The drinking don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that done. The walking don't tell me that done. The fretting don't tell me that. How she whining don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that done. The line don't tell me that done. The jamming don't tell me that done. The drinking don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that done. The walking don't tell me that done. The fretting don't tell me that. How she whining don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that done.
Yeah, no, no, no. Hey, yeah, ooh. Me not living until I'm done. I'm not tripping until I'm gone.
I'm gonna drink from sun up till sundown. I don't care if it rain or come down. I'm feeling. Ha! With a punch in 3-0 brandy or some Johnny Walker. Pick up our drinkers in at this place right now.
I got all on a girl and wine while I'm drinking some fire water. Energy got me feeling so high.
And I'm feeling nice, eh, 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 eh.
And I feel so high, eh, 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 eh.
The rhythm is have a vibe.
I feel so alive.
I'm going out of my mind, but it feels alright.
Me not living until I'm done. I'm not tripping until I'm gone.
I'm gonna drink from sun up till sundown. That's how me would drink until me fall over. Brandy and make up all night, and I'm feeling nice, eh, 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 and I feel alright, eh, 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 eh. The rhythm is have a vibe, I feel so alive. I'm going out of my mind, but it feels alright. Me not living until me I'm done, I'm not tripping until me I'm gone. I'm gonna drink from sun up till sundown. I don't care if the rain I come down. I'm feeling. Brandy or some Johnny Walker, drinking some fire water. Brandy or some Johnny Walker, and I'm feeling nice, eh, 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 eh. And I feel the right, eh, 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 eh. The rhythm is have a vibe, I feel so alive. I'm going out of my mind, but it feels alright.
Wow. You know the video has done its job when you live here and you're thinking, but I want to go. Wonderful job by Emmanuel Bartolini, and it's entitled Barbados GoPro HD Caribbean Life. And of course, Emmanuel could not be here with us this evening, so Gabriel is here to accept on his behalf. That was Gabriel Izai he's a digital marketing and social media manager with the BTMI. Emmanuel, of course, was pleasantly surprised by his win and sent us this video expressing his sincere thanks.
Hi everybody, hi guys. First of all, we want to say thank you so much for this wonderful award.
For us it was a great experience, spend our holidays in Barbados, and we hope to come back as soon as possible.
Yes, why not, to make a new video and maybe to win another award.
Yes.
We love you Iceland, we love you Bajan a lot, and thank you so much again.
Thank you so much.
Grazie, ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao dall'Italia.
Nice. Emmanuel will receive a special gift from BTMI Director Europe, Anita Nightingale, in the coming weeks. And now we come to the Piece de Resistance, the Barbados Tourism Media Awards 2016. And out of approximately 53 entries, the judges selected 18 finalists in 9 categories. We're extremely pleased to have our esteemed panel of judges here tonight. Take a look. First up is Suan Tanis, the communications manager at the Caribbean Development Bank, who also has significant experience as a blogger, public relations, and crisis communications specialist. Judge number 2 was Sarah Odell, the president of the Barbados chapter of the International Association of Business Communicators, lecturer in public relations at the Barbados Institute of Management and Productivity, and a communications consultant with over 20 years of experience. Sarah could not be with us tonight, but she's here with us in spirit, most definitely. And judge number 3, ladies and gentlemen, is Johnson John Rose, the corporate communications specialist at the Caribbean Tourism Organization, a BBC-trained journalist and multiple journalism award winner. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the 3 people who had the task of picking tonight's winners. So let's get right to it. Category number 1, I'd like to invite on stage with me Mr. Alvin Jamint, the chairman of the BTMI, please. So our first category tonight, thank you, Mr. Jamint. Our first category tonight, So You Know Your Stuff. Best feature article in a trade publication. And the entrants are Brittany Hope from Canada. She's a Brittany brought some fans. She's a freelance journalist with Pax Magazine, and her entry is entitled By Way of Barbados. The second entrant is Thomas Hall, also from Canada, a freelance journalist with the Canadian Geographic Travel. And Thomas's entry was entitled The New Barbados. And I have the envelope, ladies and gentlemen. And the winner of So You Know Your Stuff, the best feature article in a trade publication, goes to Brittany Ho. Would you like to say a few words quickly, Brittany?
Thank you so much. When I first came to Barbados a year ago, it was I'd only been doing this for about 4 months, so I was really pleased to be invited as a finalist because it meant I get to come back here. So thank you to the BTMI for having these media boards, and thank you for Pax Magazine for giving me the opportunity to come and experience this. It's been really special. Thank you. You
can have this if you like. You're welcome. Thank you, Mr. Gemmon. And actually, in that category, we have a special mention goes to Thomas as well. Thomas could not be with us tonight, but his piece, of course, gets a special mention. Category number 2 is entitled Spoken Like a True Bajan, a best feature article in a consumer publication. Let's meet the entrants. First up, John Hawkins of the UK is an editor of Escapism, and his entry was entitled Rum's the Word. Next was Christopher Mutter of the USA, a travel writer and columnist for the Boston Globe, and his entry was entitled Looking for the Good Life in Barbados. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner, Spoken Like a True Bajan, best feature article in a consumer publication. The winner is John Hawkins. And of course, a special mention also goes to Christopher, neither of whom could be with us this evening. However, John sincerely apologizes for not being here tonight as he is on travel assignment in Europe. He was ecstatic at his win and expresses many thanks to Barbados for recognizing his work. Christopher, too, was tied to prior work engagements and sends his apologies. Moving right along, category number 3. I'd like to invite the Permanent Secretary, Donna Cadogan, to join me on stage, please, for the next presentation. Please give Donna a warm welcome. The next category is entitled, Is That an Accent? It's the best feature by a foreign journalist in foreign media. And the entrants in this category, and for anybody in the room who speaks French, which I do not, I'm going to apologize for, you do, I'm going to apologize for my pronunciations, but here we go. First up, this person is an editor and freelance journalist with Elle Quebec, and the entry is entitled Elle Voyage Barbados, and the entrant's name is Volène Chere-Sigouin. Is that good? And the next entrant is Catherine Lafèvre of Canada. She's a freelance journalist with Le Journal de Québec, and the entry is entitled Chaleureuse Barbade. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of Is That an Accent? Best feature by foreign journalists in foreign media is Volène.
Thank you. I would like to thank BTMI to give me the opportunity to do this amazing trip in Barbados. Also, Siren Communication. It was great. I was here to learn surf for Elle Quebec magazine, and it was a really good experience. So thank you very much, and I hope you didn't choose me because of my strong accent. Thank you.
For category number 4, I'd like to invite the Secretary General of the CTO, Mr. Hugh Riley, to join me on stage, please. In category number 4, entitled, Yup, You Told 'Em, Best Story by a Blogger. In this category, Cara McLean from Canada. She is a blogger and an influencer, a fashion love affair, and the entry is entitled Barbados Diary. Also in this category, Geraldine Gerber, Team Phantom from the USA. Geraldine is an editorial director with Phantom.com, and the entry is entitled Barbados is a Secret Surfing Paradise. Ladies and gentlemen, the envelope. The winner of Yup, You Told 'Em, Best Story by a Blogger, the winner is Cara McLean.
Crazy. Thank you so much. I'm so short. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me here. It is definitely one of the most friendly places I've ever been. So thank you for the warm welcome and for this award tonight. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Welcome. Congratulations. There's also a special mention goes to Geraldine. She's not present tonight, but Geraldine is from Team Phantom and expressed their sincere apologies for not being able to attend tonight as they are on assignment. In category number 5, ladies and gentlemen, is entitled How Can This Not N-O-T, K-N-O-T, How Can This Not Be Love? The best story on romance. First up is Mara Sovereign of Canada, a freelance journalist with the Huffington Post, HuffPost Living, and the entry is entitled 5 Reasons to Have Your Wedding in Barbados. The next entry hails from the United States. Carrie Bell, is a freelance journalist with Caribbean Travel and Life, and her entry is entitled Romance. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the envelope. In the category, How Can This Not Be Love? Best Story on Romance. The winner is Mara Sovereign. Mara could not be with us tonight, but she did send this video. Take a look.
Hi, everybody. I sincerely apologize that I can't be there tonight in person to accept this award and celebrate the achievements of fellow journalists who share my love of Barbados. Congratulations to all the other nominees and winners. I hope everyone is having a great time down the road, and I will make a rum punch tonight in your honor. Thank you to BTMI. I'm so grateful for your support and the endorsement this award represents. And of course, thank you to Siren Communications for facilitating my trip to Barbados and providing the opportunity to write the story. While I'm the one receiving this award, I feel that it really belongs to a much larger community of individuals. This article was only possible because of the remarkable, creative, and intensely passionate Bajan people, nearly 15,000 of whom work tirelessly as part of the tourism industry to provide visitors with exceptional experiences and stays. Thank you infinitely for welcoming me into your country and for sharing your home, culture, and traditions with me. You make my job easy. Actually, scratch that. You make my job hard. There's just way too much to write about. Covering Barbados will take a lifetime of articles. But I've had a love affair with Barbados since my first visit to the island a decade ago, and this article about love in Barbados is my official love letter to the island. And I hope that love is contagious to readers. But not so contagious that the island gets too busy and the line at Cuz's gets too long. Thank you again. Hugs from Toronto. Enjoy your evening and have a great rest of the trip.
All right. Congratulations once again to Mara. In category number 6, I'd like to invite the chairman of the BHTA, Roseanne Myers, to join me on stage, please. This category is entitled Golden Pen, the best story in a luxury publication. And the entrants are Baz Driesinger of the USA, a journalist and critic with Forbes.com, and an entry entitled Carnival in Barbados, Rules for Doing It Like a Local and in Luxury. And the next entrant is Hilary Latos of the USA. All right. Hilary is an associate editor with Resident, and her piece is entitled A Barbadian Adventure. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the category Golden Pen, Best Story in a Luxury Publication. The winner is Baz Driesinger. Now, Baz couldn't be with us tonight, so I think, Roseanne, you're going to have to keep that on her behalf. Yeah? Baz deeply and sincerely apologizes for not being present with us tonight. She was saddened that she could not visit the lovely island of Barbados one more time and says a big, huge thank you. We also want to make a special mention to Hilary, who is here with us tonight. So please give Hilary a round of applause. In the next category, I'd like to invite the CEO of the BTMI, Mr. Billy Griffith, to join me, please. Now, this category is entitled, so category number 7 is entitled Shaken, Not Stirred, an Epicurean Excellence Media Award. In this category, we have Doug Wallace of Canada, an editor and publisher with Lockhart, and the entry is entitled Eat Your Way Around Barbados, One Food Stand at a Time. Also in this category, Shanann Govani, also of Canada, a journalist with the Toronto Star, and with an entry entitled Chef Adds Canadian Flavor to Barbadian Food Festival. And the winner of Shaken Not Stirred Epicurean Excellence Media Award goes to Doug Wallace of Canada.
Hi everybody, greetings from Toronto. I'm Doug Wallace and I want to thank everybody for this Barbados Tourism Media Award. I had an amazing Barbados experience and I cannot wait to eat my way around that island again, and you know it's going to happen. Special thanks to William and to Joyanne and to everybody at Siren Communications in Toronto for making it happen and for making it fun. And everybody have a great night tonight. Good luck, everybody. Bye now.
All right, Mr. Griffith will accept the award on his behalf.
I'm so excited. I'm accepting on his behalf. Thank you.
And a special mention does go to Shanann Govani, who is here with us this evening. So please, congratulations. Okay, so we're going to ask Shanann to please join us on stage.
This is a special award. Shanann? Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Category number 8, hashtag no filter, best photo in conjunction with a feature article. In this category, hailing from Canada, we have Michael McCarthy, a journalist who writes for The Province, and an entry entitled Making Friends in Bridgetown Marketplace. Also in this category, hailing from the United States, Laurie Bergamotto, a style director with Good Housekeeping, and an entry entitled Turn Up the Heat. And the winner of hashtag no filter, best photo in conjunction with a feature article, the winner is Michael McCarthy. Neither of them could join us this evening. However, they do send some words. They said we are unable to get in contact with them. However, congratulations and thank you from Siren Communications Public Relations team in Canada, and they express great thank yous on behalf of the team. A special mention also goes to Laurie for her successful work. In category number 9, it's entitled Golden Mike, the Best Feature Broadcast. In this category, we have Sangeeta Chandra with ABC Boston in the United States, a producer and writer, and with an entry entitled Seduced and Fish Fry, Barbados Pleasures, Barbados Roots, Barbados Art. Also in this category, by Ian and Tanya Fitzpatrick, hailing from the United States, they are hosts and producers and with World Footprints Radio, and their piece is entitled Exploring the History of Barbados. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of Golden Mike Best Feature Broadcast goes to Sangeeta Chandra. Sangeeta did send some words of thank you, which I will read on her behalf. She says, on behalf of the Chronicle crew here in Boston, she'd like to express her deep gratitude and appreciation for being awarded the Golden Mike Award at the inaugural Barbados Tourism Media Awards. To be recognized globally like this is an immense honor for us at our television station. Of course, every place has its own beauty and history, but Barbados was particularly wonderful to cover because of its diverse landscape and powerful narrative. We'd like to thank our families and friends at WCVB-TV and the entire Barbados tourism team for their excellent help and efficiency as we put this program together. Congratulations to the other award winners as well, and we sincerely thank you again. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And also special mention to Ian and Tanya Fitzpatrick for their entry. Next up, I'd like to invite Petra Roach, Director of BTMI USA, to join me on stage, please. The next category, entitled A Bow, Best of the Best Award. Now, this is the award that out of every entry and of all the winners was voted the best of the best. The best of the best by the judges of all submissions, Take a Bow, goes to Baz Driesinger. Let me tell you a little bit about Baz. Dr. Baz Driesinger is a professional journalist, justice worker, film and radio producer, cultural critic, and prison rights activist, based in the English department at John Jay College of Criminal Justice in New York City. She is the founder and academic director of the Prison to College Pipeline Program, which offers college courses and re-entry planning to incarcerated men throughout New York State, and broadly works to increase access to higher education for incarcerated and formerly incarcerated individuals. As a journalist and critic, Dr. Driesinger writes about Caribbean culture, race-related issues, travel, music, and pop culture for such outlets as the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, and other publications. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Baz Driesinger, the Best of the Best Award. Thank you, Petra.
Okay, so I'm not actually Baz, but I've had the privilege to have her as my guest here in Barbados on 2 occasions, and she is one of those people that has become an adopted Bajan. You know, she takes that on quite boldly and quite proudly. So she sent a few words because she's devastated that she couldn't be here, but we're going to actually meet and honor her next week, Thursday. So Baz's remarks: there are those special memories that one keeps in a jar in the heart to call upon when good vibes are needed. I cannot even count how many such memories in my heart are labeled Barbados. That moment of devouring fish cakes on the road in the middle of crop over, jumping in the sea covered in paint as the sun rises over 4-day morning, cooking with Marcus Samuelson on a magnificent bluff during Food and Rum Festival, cheering in the stands at a road tennis match in Bridgetown. Thank you, Barbados, not just for this award, but for enriching my spirit and my life with your beauty and inimitable vibes. I wish I could be there in the physical, but I am definitely there in the spirit, as I always am. I love you, Barbados. And those are Baz's words, genuinely from the heart. And as I said, big up to the USA. Thank you.
Thank you, Patra. And now I'd like to invite the Chief Judge, Johnson John Rose, to say a few words. Johnson?
Thank you. I've got a tendency to take things literally. So when she says few, I take it literally. I just first of all want to thank the BTMI for inviting us to join as judges on that. When Billy first called me and said, we want to do this award, can you work with us? We were quite happy to do it. And I'm really, really pleased that you pulled it off and pulled it off quite well. Want to thank and congratulate all of the winners and the two judges who worked with me. Sue-Ann and Sarah were fantastic. They helped to bring it all together. And for Baz, it was fabulous. I mean, I think I had one word when I read her piece. It was brilliant. The way she took you from Cropover to luxury, back onto the streets, into the water, she did it brilliantly, married everything quite well. It's what we're looking for, and I think Barbados has to be really very, very proud of everything that has been done. So with these few words, thank you very much, and we look forward to doing it again next year. And this time, though, because there were no Caribbean entries, although we did have a category for Caribbean entries, we did have a category for Barbadian entries. There were no Barbadian entries. There were no Caribbean entries. Please don't let us down next year. Good night.
Thank you, Johnson. I'd now like to invite Senator Irene Sandiford Garner to join me on stage, please. The Senator has a very special announcement to make.
Good evening, everyone. Bear with me for 3 minutes, I timed it. In 1967, before many of you were born, an ambitious teenager graduated from school in Barbados and entered their chosen field of journalism to become a cub reporter at what was then Barbados's leading daily newspaper. This individual received on-the-job training and completed a UNESCO-sponsored journalism program, and after a mere 3 months on the job, was assigned the tourism beat. Responsibilities included the airport and several hotels, including what was then the new Barbados Hilton Hotel. Now, most reporters who cover beats know that if you're good, you usually build sound relationships with your contacts. With an outgoing personality and professional approach, it is no surprise that in less than 6 months, the Barbados Hilton was offering our young star the position of social host. I guess back then, as it probably is today, the pay of a reporter just does not stand the scrutiny of the economics of the time, and the position was accepted. Our journalist, now corporate communicator, if we were to use today's terminology, continued writing a weekly column for the then Barbados Advocate while working at the hotel. The hotel recognized that employees' innate talent and upgraded the position to that of public relations manager. As the first public relations manager at the first Hilton Barbados chain, our writer worked on building the hotel's image in all sectors of the Barbadian community while meeting the demands of the New York corporate office, which required continuous releases on the hotel's activities and the actions of the flood of top-of-the-line clientele who visited that property. And that work in the 1960s was the foundation of the excellent reputation that the Hilton Barbados enjoys locally and internationally to this day. I mentioned last night that Hilton Barbados actually won an award for the best hotel in the chain of 3,000 properties in the Caribbean, North, Central, and South America. Now, our special awardee was also offered the opportunity to receive further training through Hilton's Professional Career Development Program. And following 16 years at the Barbados Hilton, the individual provided PR services at the Crane Hotel and consultancy services to the Barbados Government Tourism Board. Now, before I was in this incarnation, I had the pleasure of meeting that individual when I got married at the Barbados Hilton in 1987. And during that same year, we established a professional relationship at my workplace, the Nation newspaper, when the individual became the social diary correspondent for a publication of which I was editor. And trust me, there was absolutely no nepotism involved. Our awardee has covered the social scene in Barbados for that paper ever since, for a total of 29 years. Testimony to the high standard of work that is produced, or was produced by the individual, and is done so to this day. The newspaper would have formalized the relationship in 2007 and hired this now seasoned journalist as a freelancer who now covers a broader area along with the social landscape. And of course, the beat still includes the individual's first love, which is tourism. Ladies and gentlemen, that individual would have worked with every single tourism minister of this country from 1967 to present day Barbados. It is my distinct personal pleasure tonight to present the inaugural Barbados Heritage Award in commemoration of our 50th anniversary of independence to a stalwart of the journalism profession, someone who I am very proud to say I worked with for very many years before, as I said, this incarnation. Ladies and gentlemen, I would wish you to stand to acknowledge the contribution of Miss Gersine Carter. 49 years of respected service in the Barbados tourism industry, longer than some of us have existed.
This is such a wonderful surprise. And I would like to thank the BTMI for acknowledging my contribution. You know, when I was 18 and walked into the office of the editor of The Advocate and said, I want to be a reporter, just weeks later, he threw me into the deep and sent me out to the airport, and that was my first beat. You go on a Sunday morning with an empty notebook, and you were expected to return at the end of the day with stories from Monday's paper. I enjoyed it then, and now, at 67, I still enjoy it. Thank you very much.
Congratulations to Ms. Gerstein Carter once again, and congratulations to all of our winners. And we invite all of our prize winners actually to join us for some photo ops. If you'd want to, please go to that direction. Can we have a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for all of our winners this evening? What a wonderful evening it has been thus far. I'd like to invite back to the stage Billy Griffith with the vote of thanks.
Good evening. First of all, can we get another round of applause for all the worthy winners tonight? I would like to start in my vote of thanks by, right at the end, by saying special thank you to Gerstein Carter for all the work that you've done, and now telling me it's 67. Thank you very much for all your hard work. I'm very especially proud of Gerstein because we happen to be neighbors long, long time ago. Well done. So as we bring the evening to a close, I'm very pleased to say thank you to everyone who has done their part to make it very possible. First of all, thank you to the Fairmont Royal Pavilion team, Chef Kurt Curtin and the other K. I'm not sure what the other K, the double K, Catherine Mapp, who did a tremendous job, Ryan Reardon, who is somewhere around, he's our resident manager, to the entire Sunlink team, Helen, Lisa, Dale, and everyone, thank you very much for every single, all 53 media awards entrants. We had 53 entrants. Everyone that you see flashed on the screen tonight were finalists. Thank you very much for submission. For the host hotels who've hosted everyone this week, Courtyard by Marriott, Hilton Barbados, the Crane Resort. Thank you, Johnson, John Rose, and the entire judging panel. You've done a terrific job. You had to read all of those 53 submissions. Well done, and thank you. To everyone at the BTPA, the Barbados Tourism Product Authority. Thank you to everyone at the CTO. Thank you, Secretary General, you, Riley, and team. Thank you to everyone at the Ministry of Tourism and International Transport. To Medford Mahogany, who did all of those wonderful mahogany prizes. Thank you very much. And if anyone is going to be paying overweight, please don't call me. To our presenters this evening, Permanent Secretary Donna Cadogan, Senator Irene Sandiford Garner, Chairman Alvin Jemmett, Chairman Roseanne Myers, thank you very much for coming this evening and presenting our prizes. The artist who did the one-of-a-kind paintings, the artist was Glenroy Jordan, so we want to thank him very much for those two exquisite paintings that we saw. The Steakhouse at Sugar Bay Hotel, who provided the Heritage Award Prize, thank you. To Nation Editor Geraldine Edward and the library team for helping us to surprise appropriately Gerstein Carter. and to giving us all of that background, dirt, information, scoop, everything that we heard tonight. To Siren Communications of Canada, to Brandman PR of the US, to 4BGB, they are all our PR agencies in the UK. And special thanks to Crystal and the entire Lyrical Lava team. Thank you very much for organizing the entire event. And we've got our directors here tonight. And I'd like them to briefly stand, the BTMI directors who are all here tonight. Started with Petra, who won the big prize, and now she's happy. Petra from the US, Peter from Canada, Anita, Robert, please stand. Cheryl is somewhere around. Thank you very much. Also to acknowledge, I think, Neville Boxill, who disappeared. His wife called him, but no, his wife hasn't called him yet. Thank you very much, Neville. The entire SOTIC visiting media that's here this evening, all of the Barbadian media houses who have graced our presence this evening. Thank you very much, and we expect some submissions next year. To all of the specially invited guests, to John Ruitt and Betty Payne, the band. Okay, John Ruitt, he's tired, he's gone. To DL Smith Productions, special thank you to our special presenter tonight and our host, Bell Holder. And last but not least, thank you to Minister Richard Seeley, who makes it all happen as our leader of our tourism department. So thank you very much, and have a wonderful evening. And I think the after party starts in 2 minutes.
I hear it for you, Billy.
Thank you so much to Billy. And you know, we've been talking about Barbados' 50th anniversary of independence, and there was a special song that was written and created by the gentleman who's here with us this evening, Mr. John Ruitt on piano, accompanied by Betty Griffith Payne on vocals, Romaro Graves on saxophone, and Xavi Jean-Clair on guitar. That song is entitled Our Home Barbados, Legends to Legacy. So what a wonderful way to start the after party. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Ruitt.
United as a nation, blessed from above, strong to have made it this far, unafraid of the future, surrounded by love, proud of who we are. These fields and hills beyond recall, they'll lift us up and never let us fall. We write on the pages of history, legends to legacy. We will all stand together as one. This is our land forever, guarded by angels, heaven on earth. This is our home, Barbados.
Barbados, renowned for its pristine beachfront and fantastic weather, continues to leave quite an impression on newcomers to the island and returning visitors. The Caribbean island, quite popular as a vacation hotspot, is not only beautiful due to its natural aesthetics. The island of Barbados continues to grow in popularity because of unique connections developed with our people, our culture, our events, everything that this location has to offer. In fact, it may surprise you just how much this compact island can offer visitors. Be prepared to find delightful experiences wherever you go. If you're looking for a vacation in luxury accommodations, then you can find it on our lush Platinum West Coast. Enjoy all the trappings of indulgence as you experience fine dining and world-class golfing. When you're ready to start shopping, browse through the many international brand name stores and indulge in duty-free shopping. For more variety, travelers can venture to the South Coast, where they can enjoy access to boutique properties as well as shopping the locally produced wines, arts and craft, and many keepsakes from artisan booths. Tokens to help keep the memories alive. We're certain we will have plenty to tempt you out to explore. Try tram tours and submarine tours. Sit back and enjoy a catamaran cruise. Immerse yourself in the friendly, welcoming personality of Barbados and sample as many wide varieties of local cuisine that you can. Try our eateries featuring street food specialists and our much praised Oyston's Alfresco dining. And if you want to continue your true Bajan experience, then a visit to historic Speightstown is a must on your itinerary. To mingle and be a part of the local lifestyle with authentic craft, food, and music. There's a flavor to suit every taste. After all, Barbados is the culinary capital of the Caribbean. And getting to paradise is surprisingly easy. Many major airlines can fly you to Barbados. This vacation hotspot boasts among the highest percentage of returning guests in the region, a feat to be honored and most certainly recognized. Once you've landed, we're ready to spoil you. Rejuvenate mind, body, and soul at our unparalleled spas and wellness centers. After you've rested and enjoyed your pampering, you might want to take some time to learn about the rich history and heritage of this young country, which became independent 50 years ago. When you consider the atmosphere of fun and fellowship that pervades Barbados, it won't surprise you that it's the birthplace of rum, which itself has a history saturated in swashbuckling adventure, laughing, and good stories. The culture of rum shops, which often feature a stream of clients in numbers. Some may even say as many as people attending the churches, which are often right next door. In years gone by, the Cropover Festival was to celebrate the end of the sugarcane harvest, and years later, the festivities have grown even more. Yes, Cropover today is a massive street party featuring locals and visitors alike, dressed in costumes with music trucks and food. You may even find yourself in the company of Rihanna herself, one of the most famous daughters of our soil. Music and musicians are planted deep in the roots of Barbados. There are numerous other festivals of music throughout the year, like the Barbados Reggae Music Festival and the Barbados Gospel Fest. Music plays a huge role in our culture, but many may visit our shores for a more natural setting, and the invitation to step out into the great outdoors is waiting for all interested. Try scuba diving, surfing, and other water sports with a wide range of operators across the island. Strap on your running shoes and jump into the Run Barbados Marathon event. Or take in 18 holes on picturesque golf courses, on par with many around the world that enjoy cricket at Kensington Oval, the home turf of cricket legend Sir Garfield Sobers. Or watch motorsports at the Saul Rally. After a day full of activities, visitors can choose to settle in at their accommodation of choice or see what life in Barbados is like after dark. Try one or all of our extensive range of restaurants and bars. Visit one of our nightlife hotspots such as St. Lawrence Gap or 2nd Street in Old Town. Or take a drink at the bar at Moontown. All of this, of course, can make your vacation unforgettable. But by far, one of the most spectacular experiences one can have on the island is the celebration of wedded bliss. Just imagine a destination wedding, which can take place within a few days of landing without any license delays. We have everything to offer here, an ideal location and a memorable experience, honeymoon inclusive. It's not a coincidence that when people think honeymoon getaway, Barbados is top of mind. Count on finding many wedding service providers and locations to suit your tastes. So, Whether you're basking in honeymoon bliss, indulging your desire to be pampered, enjoying fine dining and shopping, or exploring the island's great potential, Barbados is for you. Let us be your next getaway destination. And we promise an unforgettable experience. We can't wait to welcome you.